Oh, I think we're live. I don't know why I just love doing that, just playing startled as if I don't know we're live, but we are live.
Yes, we
And
are.
here you are at
Yes,
the
I
Island of
am.
Relevancy. Here we are. And of course, now my screen is small, but at least I don't hear myself speaking this time. I finally caught on and stopped opening up YouTube.
I
What's
did
going
not.
on, the Ace Avenue? What's going on? Thank you so much for joining us. We're here. We're in the Island of Relevancy. We are on the Island of Relevancy. We're on the road to WrestleMania, and it is here. WrestleMania weekend is upon us. Frank, how you feeling?
You know, I put on my sweet threads tonight. I got my Paul Heyman comfort look tonight,
Yes.
and Matt's been calling me his podcast chief all weekend for the last week. Every time
I
we hang out,
acknowledge
he
you.
calls me his podcast chief. I appreciate you. I acknowledge you as your wise man.
Yes.
I'm doing good. How are you? You had a little time away.
Man, last week was, and I took my laptop, I took my mic. I was like, man, I'm gonna do it from the hotel. I'm gonna do it from the balcony of the hotel. And then I was in San Diego, and San Diego was beautiful. And I was like, I don't want to be inside this hotel room. Let's go outside. Let's go to the pool. Let's go to the beach. I actually did none of those things, but I did a lot of things with my kids. We had a great time. We had beautiful meals out there. San Diego was beautiful. Phoenix was really nice. I might want to retire in Scottsdale, Arizona. But
Too hot for me.
it was 100 degrees. We got there, it was 100 degrees
Damn.
last Monday. Then we get to San Diego and it's 80 degrees. I was like, how is like they 4 or 5 hours away? But yeah, it was a 20 degrees difference, 20
Whew.
degree difference between San Diego and Scottsdale, Arizona. It was really hot in April.
Yeah, I couldn't do that. I
No,
don't. I like the Northeast here where we get all the four seasons, and then like by now I hate wintertime because like all right, you know what? It's
it's
April.
over.
Stop
Yeah.
being like it was. It was really nice yesterday. Today it's freezing cold. Saturday we're gonna be at Matt's house watching night one of WrestleMania. Uh, Matt, it's gonna be 81 degrees. Matt's gonna open the grill up. Maybe smoke some ribs. Maybe do it up nice. I got a nice drinking game. You saw that. I'm trying to kill people.
Death, like that drinking game. Because it's not even about, it's the choices that everything that's gonna happen, like every choice is something that's gonna happen during,
Yep.
and it might happen multiple times for
Yep.
some of those matches. I was like, oh, this is like, you're not gonna be able to stand after
I
this.
took off. I took off Monday, so we'll go over our friend. We'll go over our friend Ray and Anges. That's what he named his grill.
Grill Kyle. I
That
love
was my
that.
suggestion.
That's awesome.
He named his grill
That's
Grill
the
Cosby.
Grill
I'm
Kyle.
not sure what you're eating when it's coming off the grill. You don't know what's going to happen.
I mean, it's good. Hey, one way or another, it's gonna go down easy. Is this?
Ooh.
Uh,
I was looking
but
forward to tonight. I was looking very forward to tonight to the predictions and the card and what's going to happen and what we feel as professionals now in our fifth show. We are now professionals.
this is our sixth show.
We are
This
even
is
more
episode.
professional now that we're on
we,
six.
we're in episode 6, and I messaged you earlier because every part of me did not want to talk about what's been happening for the last 2 weeks. We didn't do a show after the Tiffany and Charlotte debacle,
No.
and we'll talk about that later when we get into the match card. But
Mm-hmm.
everything other than that has been like, it started off so hot and then it just turned into a mess. There was such a lull in between the Chamber and WrestleMania. It started off great. Like the first week was phenomenal. And then
I
it
I
got
think
messy.
I think the Cena and Cody stuff built pretty good, and then Cena didn't come, and it was like, oh,
It just stopped.
okay.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
but Jay and Gunther went the other way where they started slow, and then all of a sudden, the last like 2 weeks, it's like, whoa, okay, you guys are cooking now. That's the way it should be. So
It There was a healthy mix in the middle. It kind of crescendoed
Yeah.
about, I would say, 3 weeks ago.
Yep.
And then it just, I mean, Gunther should come to WrestleMania like Dom came, like in a straight jacket, and like, because he's a murderer.
he was
He
un-
lived.
he was unhinged Monday night.
Yes, he is a murderer, and that's what I expect to open up night one is Gunther versus Jay, and what the internet's gonna hate. The internet's gonna completely hate this match. The crowd is going to have a ball
Yep.
because Jay Uso is an entertainer.
Yep.
Like, if it's one thing he can do, is he can entertain the crowd. Gunther is top 3, top 5 wrestlers on the planet. Like,
Right now, absolutely.
he's a great wrestler. I don't think they can have a bad match. This is not going to be a super kick party like last year. Like, this is not going to be that. Gunther won't allow that. Like, Gunther will literally chop his head off if he just starts trying to spam super kicks.
Yeah.
But
Phillies are now 4-0. I can turn that off.
Yeah, like I think this is going to open up night one. It makes sense for it to open up night one with a really feel good story. I predict Jay wins.
I can't see any way Jay doesn't walk out with the belt. Even if he loses it at Backlash, he's absolutely, if they don't put the belt on him, you have completely destroyed his singles character utterly and completely. He's like, that's it for him as a singles guy. There's a lot of people missing off of this card. I don't expect there to be too much shenanigans. I don't think they're going to overbook this match. Like, and when I say overbook, I mean, I don't consider it overbooking, but the way that they booked Cody beating Roman was kind of an overbooking, but it was amazing and I loved it. I don't think you're going to see that in this match. I think this is going to be a knockdown, drag him out brawl. You might even see some blood. But I think Jay wins too.
I think Jay opens Gunther up at some point in this match. And I do see Jimmy showing up, which scares me. Like that scares me a lot. Jimmy just showing up, like, but
it's not going to be like when Jimmy showed up when he was fighting Roman, where he caused him to lose. Because Jimmy's not involved in the Roman thing right now, which I really excited to talk about that later. But no, I could see Jimmy showing up to maybe Jay's almost out of it, and Jimmy kind of shows up, and it kind of gives him that last little push to win. That would be cool.
I hope so, because Jay can't, like. It can't be an overbook. It can't be a mess. Like, Jay can't win in a mess. Jay has to win clean. He has to, like, super kick Gunther's head off and then spare him, win 1, 2, 3, and just have a party.
Yeah.
But that's a segue for the next match that I have that I think is going to be the match after that. Because we have, I'm a proud American. I'm a veteran. I'm a proud American. And from the Gulf of America, El Grande Americano is taking on Rey Mysterio. El Grande Americano, I don't know if you've seen any of his footage from CMLL or down in Mexico, closer to the Gulf of America. He's one of the greatest wrestlers on the planet. I don't know if Ray can hang. I don't know if Ray can hang with him. I really don't. So we're gonna see.
This is going to be a hell of a match. Like, this should be a banger of a match.
It is.
Like, the both of them are for some reason, Ray at his age is still performing at a pretty high level.
No idea how he does it. I'm a few years younger than Ray, and I could barely get out of bed in the morning.
I want to see El Grande win the match.
Yeah.
I really do.
Ray loses a lot, though.
He does. Like, and that's what I think Ray's going to win, but I really, really wouldn't be angry if the Americano won.
Me either. I'm all jokes. I'm a Chad Gable. I'm a fan.
Sure.
He's a great, like he is a phenomenal wrestler.
Yep.
And Ray's a smaller guy too, because he does things with big guys. But when he gets it, like he's like Kurt Angle when he fights a smaller, like he could just throw him around. Like
Yep.
he's mastered the throws, the back suplexes, Germans. So it's like Ray is a great seller too. So he's gonna take a beating. It's gonna be a great match. It's kind of a toss up though. I want El Grande to win, but I could see Rey Mysterio winning, and then the dude with the hat and the LWO comes down and they celebrate in the middle of the ring. And
Yeah.
I don't really want to see the LWO, but whatever.
No, but do you think El Grande gets unmasked? Like, are they going to put that whole little angle to bed?
I think no. I think he's gonna get unmasked, but he's gonna do like the thing where he's just like covering his face and he's gonna run back really embarrassed. Like
Yeah.
it's gonna be a bit. Like I do think at some point he will get unmasked, but he's just gonna freak out and like they're gonna cover him with a towel. Like
I do think at some point
American Maid will be there and they'll cover him with a towel and it'll be funny. Like,
Right.
but I think
Right.
this will be more of a comedy match than it'll be like a great. It won't be Savage Steamboat, it should be. It could be like
It's
if
got
they
the
really wanted
potential.
to. Yeah, if they really wanted to go, both of those guys can go. But I think this is going to be more of a comedy match because of the gimmick.
Same.
But a match that I feel is pretty comical that had literally zero build is the tag team title match. Now, the New Day. I'll be totally honest. New Day is my second favorite tag team of this generation. I still think the Usos is the greatest tag team of this generation, perhaps of any generation. But the New Day's right behind them. Like they're like 1A, 1B.
Right.
Because they're great, more Biggie, Kofi, but Xavier still can hold his own. The New Day is fighting the War Raiders. That just happened. It was like, I want a tag title match. And here we are.
And the sad thing about this is you're not getting the Street Profits on WrestleMania. You're going to get the Street Profits Friday night on the WrestleMania, like the show before WrestleMania. They're going to defend their belts on SmackDown, which I think is so egregious. It's not even funny. Like, again, I like the New Day. I don't get the War Raiders. Like, they were gone for like a month, it felt like. And then all of a sudden they just showed up at the top of the ramp. And it's okay, we're gonna fight at WrestleMania.
They weren't gone. They were in the audience for more. Like they would always show them in the audience, like, and he's
Right,
like, what are y'all doing? What are we doing here?
It just feels awful. It just doesn't feel right. And it just makes no sense. I think the New Day is going to win.
Yes.
I don't think there's going to be any chicanery, as they say. Maybe you get the Hardys showing up. I keep saying that. They don't have much gas left in the tank. There's that TNA deal. They're in TNA. They've been on NXT. It's possible. It'll be a huge pop if they do. The New Day being the heels, the Hardys coming out.
That'll be a huge pop. But then that'll lead to like another match or something. I don't.
If the Hardys show up, I'm drinking a beer. I'm shotgunning a beer.
I could dig that. You probably gonna be shotgunning a beer on Saturday then, because I could definitely see them popping up, and wasting a good 5 minutes of my time dancing on the way down to the ring. I'm not. I'm not a Hardy guy. I'm definitely not a Hardy's fan.
No, you're not.
Broken Matt Hardy, one of the greatest gimmicks ever, but a Hardy Boys in 2025. Come on, guys. This should have been their Hall of Fame weekend. Like they should have been going to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
With Triple H. And we're definitely going to talk about that a little bit later. The Hall of Fame in this WrestleMania weekend, which is quickly turned into a cluster of money grubbing and all types of other stuff.
Yeah.
But the next match I have that I think is going to follow the bathroom break of a New Day War Raiders match is perhaps one of the best built stories that WWE's put together in a while, at least for the women. Jade Cargill, Naomi, the first time two women have fought one-on-one at WrestleMania without a title being on the line. That says a lot. That says a lot for the story itself, because Jade hasn't wrestled in, I mean, she wrestled a few weeks ago, but before that, like, she hasn't wrestled much this year because, of
Yeah.
course, she got taken out by Naomi. And this started off really hot. I think Naomi's really been carrying a lot of her promos have been amazing.
Yep.
Like, her promo's been phenomenal.
Yep.
What do you expect out of this match, though?
Honestly, I expect Jade to win. Then again, well, I expect Jade to win, and I expect Naomi to get involved in another match on the following night.
I can definitely see that. I can for sure see that.
That's what I'm not going to spoil what match. It's not going to be the Cody Cena match, but that'd be wild though, wouldn't it?
I mean, she might come out done a triple threat. She is part of the bloodline. You know,
but
you never know.
I expect Jade to win. Naomi getting a win really wouldn't be the worst thing because she's definitely getting a push.
Mm-hmm.
From their promos, their vignettes, all that stuff between the two of them has been great. I think Jade's going to pull it out.
I'm going the other way. I think Naomi's going to win this one. Okay. I think Naomi going into the summer is going to position herself to feud with that's going to be weird.
What?
I was just thinking, if Bianca wins, she's the women's world champion. I mean, she'll be on Raw.
Right.
And I mean, she can't feud with Naomi, but then again, they're probably going to have a draft somewhere in there.
Right. They're going to shuffle things up like they always do. They're going to need to anyway.
Correct. Yeah. We don't need to see Jacob Fatu and Braun Strowman split them up. Like, let's do a brand shuffle.
Yes.
And get them away from each other.
Or a person shuffle.
Yes. Yes.
Shuffle one of them out.
But yeah, I think Naomi wins this. I don't think anybody loses in this match unless Jade just botches everything.
Yeah,
even if she loses.
That's kind of the only thing that I'm a little worried about in that match is Naomi's Naomi's a great wrestler. She's a strong performer. And Jade hasn't really wrestled that much. Like you said, she's still technically a little green for this. And this is a big stage.
Yes.
You're not going to get a stage like this in AEW. Even though Wembley is pretty good for them, this is still bigger than that.
Correct. And I don't even think she was on the Wembley show.
Probably not.
But yeah, like I want to agree with that. I thought Naomi had a pretty solid title run when she won in Orlando a few years, like this. That was like what, 7 years ago?
Yeah.
Where she won in Orlando. That was a pretty solid run, but there were just so many. The problem with Naomi is there are always other stars who are just bigger than her. You know, they're always like, she's never gonna be the focal point of the women's division because you have Charlotte, you have Bianca, you have Rhea, you have Tiffany to an extent. You got Io. Like, you have so many other women who are just phenomenal on the women's roster, and then you got Roxanne, Liv Morgan. Like, there's so many interesting characters. That's what I will say.
Right. And the glow thing is cool, but it's not interesting.
I mean, she was wearing razor blades in her hair. I thought that I was like, what are we doing
the caution tape and everything? Now she's a little different. It's not just the glow. She's not coming out in the furry boots and, you know, all the fun stuff, but now she's got razor blades and she's wearing the caution, and I'm sure she's going to have a wild WrestleMania outfit.
Correct.
And that's
she's
great.
Probably got a great entrance too. Like, yes. I'm looking forward to this entrance. I've seen the set preview or like a few pictures
I'm
from
trying to avoid
inside.
it, but it's got a big long ramp. They can do some
You
stuff.
already know. Like by the time I get to the ring, I'm already, hey guys,
Yeah,
thanks, thanks everyone. Great, I
yeah.
came out. I'm get squashed, and then I'm
Just
going back.
John Cena better work on his cardio because he ain't running to that ring.
Oh no, he ain't running. He's gonna walk. He's gonna take his time. Like he's gonna have like an Undertaker like entrance where
That's fine.
he walks super slow.
Now I understand why the Undertaker did that all those years. Not just the pomp and circumstances. Like, MFR,
It's a
you made
long
this
way.
ring. You made this ramp that long. I'm taking my time.
The last few years they had him pop up like
Yep.
midway through it because
Yep.
he's like, I'm not walking all the way
Nope.
down there. A
No.
shout out to everyone who came in during the raid. I did see those comments. Thank you so much, gentlemen,
Thank you, boys.
ladies,
Ladies,
whoever
boys.
came in. The Ace always showing the channel love. Definitely. If you aren't subscribed to the Ace Avenue, probably calling a Yankee game right now, which is a far superior team than
Not
any other
everybody's
Major League
not
Baseball.
everybody's perfect. It's fine.
But back to WrestleMania. The next match that I have here could either be great or it could be not great. We got LA Knight, the United States Championship match, LA Knight versus Jacob Fatu. Jacob Fatu has to win this match.
I feel the same way. I don't feel like there's any. LA Knight's fun, but they fumbled him so bad. When he should have won, he didn't win.
Correct.
When he won, he shouldn't have been winning. So
Correct.
Putting Jacob on that, I want to see some bloodline stuff come back around down the line. But right now, them all kind of separate out like this is fine. Because I don't think that bloodline stuff is over. I think they're all going to kind of come back around again. I want to see Jacob win. I think this is his moment to shine.
I do too. And I really do feel bad because LA Knight, for all intents and purposes, he's done nothing wrong.
No.
Like he's been the same consistent performer every single night. It just, for me personally, it's simply not working. It never really worked for me. I never really I've been there. I've seen The Rock. I've seen Stone Cold. He kind of has their cadence. He has all of those things that the crowd loves. But it's just not connected with me. But he's generational. Like Jacob really is a once in a generation talent.
I think so.
And I mean, this is just a stepping stone. I'm still waiting for him and Braun to. Boy, that's the match that I want to see. You know, but LA Knight, Jacob Fatu. Jacob has to win, but for some reason, I don't think he will.
If he doesn't win, it won't surprise me. But that would feel like a Vince move.
Oh, because there's the old, not the original tribal chief, the other tribal chief, the other guy, Solo, who I feel like is going to cost him the match. Like, because this match is going to be overbooked. This match is going to be shenanigans central.
This one probably will be. I just hope that this is the only time we really see Solo this weekend. I don't really need to see him on night 2 and where I think he's going to be.
Oh God,
right. But I am personally pulling for Jacob. I'm gonna say Jacob wins this one. We'll see what happens.
I'll go on the other side. I'll say LA Knight retains because of shenanigans.
The Temu tribal chief might show up. Thank you.
Yes, the Temu tribal chief. All right, that's disrespectful to Temu. But moving on to the, I guess you would say co-main event would be the WWE Women's Championship match. We got Charlotte Flair, the Flair, perhaps the greatest woman wrestler of all time, against Tiffany Stratton, the women's champion. This build has been something special.
Yeah. To quote Brandon in the chat. Yeah.
This build has been all over the place. That
Yeah.
the promo, we didn't get a chance to talk about the promo that went off the rails. Because the first promo they had where they sat down, Charlotte just pretty much overshadowed Tiffany,
Yep.
pretty much like sunned her during the promo and just didn't get a chance to talk. The next week, Tiffany comes out there. They have a brawl because that's what they were doing. I felt like every single episode of Raw and SmackDown was like just brawl after brawl. Then they had this promo, was it 2 weeks ago,
Yep.
where Tiffany went after her about about the 0-3, which is one of the coldest lines. Like
Yeah.
when she said that, I was like, wow. Like the whole rest of the promo was not good.
Yeah.
But when she said 0-3 and you're gonna end up alone, I felt for Charlotte in that moment. I felt bad.
And Charlotte looked so rattled for the first time I've ever seen her. The crowd rattled her. Tiffany rattled her. She was so off her game. She couldn't overcome the crowd and she couldn't get back at Tiffany. And Tiffany, from reports, and I don't know what's real, I don't know what's not real with dirt sheets and different reporters. Tiffany apparently dropped out of the ring and rolled out to just because she knew it was off the rails and it was too far. And Charlotte's throwaway line to try and get something back of, Ludwig in my DMs didn't work. And then all the memes came out and Ludwig and Tiffany have been having fun with it. And Tiffany telling Ludwig to check his DMs and she's DMing him. And there was a meme, there was a picture of Ludwig and it said, "This is the first man in the history of human beings to be accused of cheating by a woman and no woman believed it." Like, it's hilarious.
Yes.
It's hilarious because it didn't work. And then WWE does what they've done great with Triple H is they take those things and they kind of give you something. They use social media, they use Instagram, they use Twitter or whatever app, whatever tweeting app you use, and they put a little something out and they have Charlotte attack Tiffany at her car in a parking lot. And that's the stuff that WWE does. That's what Triple H is doing. And it's working. The Rock and Cody did it. Kevin Owens and Cody, Kevin Owens and Randy Orton, like all that stuff works. So you kind of got a little bit of interest in the match. I think Tiffany's going to keep the belt. I really think she's going to keep the belt.
So when I think of this match, when I think of, like, I'm thinking of WrestleMania moments, but I'm also thinking of where do they go from here? And like Charlotte's always been around the world title, like to a fault. Like she doesn't have normal feuds. She'll never have what Jade and Naomi has because it always has to involve the title. Like she can't just. Her and Becky Lynch don't need the title, but they should be having a generational feud. I don't see Becky coming back, but or her and Bayley, like there's so much history there that she can have a generational feud with this person where they don't need the title, but she's never been written that way.
Right.
That's what scares me about this match.
Yeah.
She's Charlotte Flair. She doesn't look like Charlotte Flair though. Like
no, she does not.
She's slimmed down. She looks like she doesn't look like she could really hang with Tiffany Stratton. Like Tiffany is fit. Like Charlotte doesn't look fit anymore. She looks like she's trying to be something she's not. You're a professional wrestler. Like you be a professional wrestler.
It doesn't. It looks like that when she was getting her knee repaired, that's not the only thing she got operation done on.
You know what? Whatever floats your boat. Like
I understand what you're saying. She does not look like the same person she was 3 years ago.
No.
Matt said 5 facelifts ago, she looked like Charlotte.
Yeah, it's not even a face. It's like her whole body. It's like
But I
she
don't.
like
So
t-
if I don't see anyone coming back in this match, like Becky's been saying all weekend
yeah,
and for the last couple of weeks that she's retired for all intent and purposes right now. That's fine. I don't see Alexa Bliss coming back to interfere in it because
no.
she's wrapped up with the Wyatts and her husband doing his stupid DJ thing or whatever in Vegas. But Asuka's not going to come back to mess up this match. She's going to come back probably Monday or by Backlash. So she's not going to come back. Nobody from the other triple threat's going to interfere in this match. I don't, unless
There's
they
one-
do.
There's one lady.
Who?
You never mentioned her.
Who?
My queen. The queen. Nia Jax. Nia Jax is not on the show, which is a travesty because Nia Jax is like she's had a great year.
She did have a good year. I just
She
not a fan.
I enjoy me some Nia Jax. And she's funny.
If Nia Jax comes in and interferes in this match, I'm just gonna do Matt, pour me a shot.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Take three if she comes out because it's gonna ruin. It will truly ruin the match. But like, I don't know why she just popped in my head because like it.
I mean,
this match needs something.
It's not that far out to have her come back. I mean, she's got the beef with Tiffany for costing her the belt. Maybe she comes back and costs Tiffany the belt and then squashes Charlotte, which would be awesome.
Oh man, Matt, you could not be more wrong.
That's what our friends started calling her. Nice Max.
Man.
I can see her coming back and interfering. I can't see me being excited about it. We ordered our friend Jay ordered 2 kendo sticks that are going to be delivered Friday.
Oh my God.
We're bringing 1 kendo stick to Matt's and we're going to have 1 at Ray and Ange's. I'm telling you right now, if Nia Jax comes back, you're going to get a video of me cracking Matt in the back with a kendo stick. That's what's going to happen. I'm going to crack him right in his back.
Man,
we go all out.
I'm sorry, Matt. Like, because you're probably going to get cracked now. Because I've just spoke that in his existence. We all know that Triple H watches this show.
He does.
Like, he's on right now. We got a few viewers, and Triple H is one of them. And he's like, "Oh, I never thought of that." And
he's under an assumed name. He is.
I know. I just spoke that in existence, and that's going to ruin this match. It is. But I think Charlotte wins though. I do think Charlotte wins this match. Yes, it's gonna kill Max back.
Sorry, Matt.
But what's gonna get us back and what's gonna cap off night 1?
Yes,
is perhaps one of the greatest triple threats in WrestleMania history. I don't even remember too many triple threats in WrestleMania history, but this one right here is the first time that I think a triple threat is main evented in the last, I don't know. I didn't do any research for this, but this triple threat match, the generational triple threat match, Roman Reigns versus CM Punk versus the Revolutionary, the Visionary, Seth freaking Rollins. This is going to be the match of the night.
All right. Before we get into the match, I wasn't going to do a list, but I just grabbed, there's 17 triple threat matches in WrestleMania. Okay. And Bleacher Report ranked them, and I'm going to run through the quick 17 triple threat matches, and we can just say
singles. Are these singles matches? Because not TLC.
These are single matches.
Okay,
nope, these are single matches. And if we'll say, is this match? Will this match be better than this triple threat match? Okay. All right. Number 17, WrestleMania 15. Billy Gunn versus Al Snow versus Hardcore Holly. I can honestly say yes. This is going to be better than that. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
No shot. No shade at Billy Gunn.
No. WrestleMania X8. Trish versus Lita versus Jazz.
This will be better than that, but solid match.
WrestleMania. I got to do math. 24. New Day versus the Usos versus the Bludgeon Brothers. That's not a singles. That's more of a tag thing.
Yeah, because the TLC is going to be number 1. Like,
WrestleMania, what's XIX? 19?
Yes.
Okay. Trish versus Jazz versus Victoria. This is going to be better.
Yeah, this will be better than that. Tristan
Number
Jazz.
number 13, 26, Randy versus Cody versus Ted DiBiase.
Junior.
Yeah.
Was that a legacy match? This will definitely be better than that because that was a terrible end to the legacy.
Yeah. WrestleMania X7, Kane versus Big Show versus Raven. This will be better than that.
Yes.
This will be better than that. WrestleMania 22, Kurt Angle versus Rey Mysterio versus Randy Orton. That's when Rey won the belt. That was a good match.
Great. That was a great match.
Great match. This
will be better than that though.
Okay.
Any match with Kurt Angle and Rey Mysterio, like
WrestleMania 2000, Chris Jericho versus Kurt Angle versus he who we're not allowed to talk about, Crossface Crippler.
Oh, that's tough.
Yeah, that was a good match.
That's tough.
That was a really good match.
I don't like wrestling wise. I don't know if this match would be better than that, but this will tell a better story.
Yeah.
Because Benoit, he won that one.
Benoit pinned Jericho to win the Intercontinental title, and then Jericho beat Benoit to win the European title, which Kurt Angle had both. So I don't know. This will be tough.
Yeah, that'll be tough. That's a toss up.
Yeah. He terrible human being.
Horrible human being. Yeah. One of the best wrestlers.
Number 9, we got WrestleMania 25, John Cena versus Big Show versus Edge. This will be better than that.
Yeah, this will be better than that. Okay. Any match with Big Show.
Yeah.
Bless him. But
now WrestleMania 24, John Cena versus Triple H versus Randy Orton. It's a good match.
This will be better than that.
It will be better than that. Yes.
Yeah, this will be better than that.
Number 7, we have WrestleMania 35, Becky versus Charlotte versus Ronda. Would have been a phenomenal match if Charlotte knew how to square her shoulders. Or not Charlotte, Ronda. I'm sorry, Ronda.
Yeah.
Ronda.
Yeah.
Still was a good match.
Great match. That surprised me because I'll go on the record. I'm not the biggest Ronda Rousey fan ever. But that was a damn good match. Like this will still be better than it though. This is gonna be better.
Number 6, WrestleMania 32, Becky versus Sasha versus Charlotte. This is gonna be better than that.
That
right?
was yes, yeah.
It was a good match though.
But say what you want about Mercedes Moné. She's had everybody's best match. Like Bailey's best match is against Sasha. Charlotte's best match against Sasha. Becky's verse matches were against Sasha. Like everybody's best match came against Sasha Banks. Like she's a great, she's a great, terrible talker. Every time she speaks, she needs a match. I want to shut my TV off. But when she's in the ring, she can go. She's a great wrestler.
Number 5, WrestleMania 36, Kofi versus Jimmy Uso versus John Morrison. I remember John Morrison. That was a ladder match.
I don't remember that match.
I don't remember that match. It was at Tampa Bay because I see the pirate flag on the thing. So that was a COVID match. So
okay, yeah, that's probably why.
Right.
I remember. Oh, because it was supposed to be a tag team. I remember it now.
Yeah,
it was supposed to be the tag team, but somebody didn't get. I think it was Jimmy or Jay.
Jay didn't get there. Yeah.
Oh man. Okay. I remember that. That was a good match. That was a really good match. Because John Morrison underrated.
Yep. Number 4, WrestleMania 34, Finn versus Seth versus The Miz. Look, man, The Miz is a hell of a worker. I mean, he's more comic relief than anything, but he's a hell of a worker.
When you say, hey, go out there and wrestle, he can go out there and wrestle. If you tell him to go out there and entertain, he'll go out there and entertain. He gives you whatever they tell him to do.
Yeah. It was only a 15-minute match. So
this will be better than that though.
Number 3, WrestleMania 31, the heist of the century, Roman versus Brock versus Seth. Is this going to be better than that?
Yes.
Okay.
Because no, I know that's hard to say because that was a
Because it
was
really
a good match.
it was a good match, but it technically wasn't a
Wasn't
triple
a
threat
triple threat.
match until Seth came down with the briefcase and
Yeah.
won the belt.
That was the worst built WrestleMania match ever.
Yeah.
Like, that was the title pulling oh, that was the worst build I've ever seen to a main event, ever. It was terrible. Everything that Brock and, like, Seth coming in and saving that WrestleMania
Yeah.
was the greatest thing because it was like, they didn't it was like they didn't know what to do.
No.
But this will be better than that, though.
Okay.
This triple threat will be better.
Number 2, WrestleMania 30, Daniel Bryan versus Batista and Randy Orton, the Yes Movement. He won both belts. He won that big gold belt. That's my favorite championship belt, the big gold belt.
Mm,
I don't know if this will be better than that. As it stands right now, that's probably a tick above this one. Daniel Bryan is just a great wrestler, and Batista was good, and Orton is Randy Orton.
yeah. That was a good match. That was a more I feel like that was a more of a bigger moment than the best match that I've seen all 3 of them have.
Yeah.
Like, that match, I can't go back and watch it because it doesn't entertain me as much as the moment of him winning the match.
Right.
Because it was because he had the match with Triple H earlier. Like, I just felt like
Yeah.
because he was out most of that match because they power bombed him through the table, and he was like, and then he just shows up at the end and
Oh,
taps him
that's
out.
going to happen on Sunday night, but that's in a minute. The number 1 triple threat match, and this is considered by a lot of people as the number 1 triple threat match at WrestleMania. One of the greatest WrestleMania matches of all time that we don't even talk about. WWE doesn't talk about it. Chris Benoit versus Shawn Michaels versus Triple H. Chris Benoit won the belt. It was an absolute awesome match. Again, horrible human being, great wrestler. And it's a shame that you can't separate those two to celebrate the wrestler. But I
Yeah,
get it. I understand
I
it.
get it. Yeah,
I get it.
yeah.
Yeah. Um, I, yeah. Is this match going to be better than that match? I don't know.
No, no,
Probably
no,
not.
no.
Um,
Those are 3 all timers, man. Like, those are 3
yeah.
top 10 like wrestlers, not entertainers. Because, like, Benoit wasn't entertaining, but
No.
boy, that man, like, he
Mm-hmm.
could go.
Yep.
Like,
Where
he
this
just
match,
could go.
where this match ranks against them, I'm hoping it hits the top 5. There's a potential here with the 3 of them.
Yeah.
What I think is going to happen, I think we're going to get the swerve to the swerve. I think right now everybody is predicting Paul Heyman leaving with Seth Rollins, and it makes the most sense and it does the best for the character. I think they're tearing Roman Reigns all the way down to his bare nothing, and then Roman's going to claw to get it all back, which is why I said the bloodline's going to come back together, but it's got to be a build. It's got to be a build. And you want to knock Roman all the way down. And having Paul Heyman go at Seth Rollins is the final nail in that coffin for how down you go with him. I think Punk wins. I think Punk gets his WrestleMania moment. And I think Heyman screws over Roman. That's what I think. Yeah, this match is, Brandon in the chat, this match is for the custody of Paul Heyman, basically. Yes. I think Punk wins. I think Heyman helps Punk win, whether it's a foot on a rope or it's a distraction of the ref. And I think it's to the detriment of Roman Reigns. That's what I think.
I'm gonna go. I think Seth is gonna win. For all those things you just said, Punk, Paul siding with Seth I think he's gonna get Seth to win because, like, Seth throughout this whole build, everybody kind of has him as an afterthought, but he's been probably the most consistent. Like he has been
Yeah,
the most consistent one out of Roman put out this amazing post about
I
how
saw
he's
that.
not a part-timer, and he's right. He is a draw. He's a money guy.
Yep.
But there is a scene that I see in my head where Roman's going to lose this match, and he's going to lose Paul Heyman. And the next time you see Roman, there's going to be his cousin Jay, the world heavyweight champion, and he's going to look at Roman like, and there's going to be some doubt
The
of who the true tribal chief is.
the other scenario I see possibly playing out is John Cena is not the only person to have sold his soul, because Seth Rollins has said all along he's fighting for the soul of the company, right? He's made it a point. What if he sides with The Rock? What if his little favor that he's saying that Paul Heyman owes him is to get him in touch with The Rock? And he's fighting for the soul of the company.
But the soul of the company belongs to the final boss.
Exactly. And
Oh,
how you going to
man.
get the soul of the company back? Side with the final boss. Seth Rollins sacrificed himself last year, body and soul, for Cody Rhodes to win. And what has he gotten from it?
Nothing.
Nothing.
But headaches from CM Punk.
Headaches from CM Punk, headaches from Roman Reigns, Cody, being Cody. But
Yep. Just being the champ. Just
I
running
can
around
see
smiling.
that happening, and I can see Seth winning because The Rock shows up and helps.
That sounds like the perfect end to night one. Everybody will hate it.
Yep.
I would love it.
I
like
love
the fans are gonna boo and they're going, everybody's going, but secretly on the inside, they're really gonna be happy because Seth deserves this.
He does. He's lost a lot.
Yes. To people he shouldn't be losing to. But that's a story for another day, which kind of leads us into night two. But before we go into night two, The Rock, the final boss, posted a picture on IG that blew up the internet. He's wearing a New Japan Pro Wrestling t-shirt with a Rubik's Cube in his hand. He's playing chess, not checkers.
Mm-hmm.
Naito, I don't want to butcher his first name, Taisui Naito.
Okay.
Probably top 3 Japanese wrestlers on over there in New Japan. He's a free agent. He says he's not re-signing with New Japan. I kind of equate him to Edge. Like they're Japanese like counterparts to, because you got Tanahashi, who's everybody calls him the Japanese John Cena.
Yeah.
Okada to me has always been like the Japanese Randy Orton.
Okay.
And Naito is always kind of reminds me of Seth a little bit too.
Okay.
He's wild. But a great wrestler. That doesn't always translate to great WWE success. I'm pretty sure he'll probably end up going to AEW, being over there with Okada. But do you think there's a world in which we'll see a New Japan WWE partnership or some type of crossover show with New Japan and WWE?
Did you ever think you were going to get the TNA one? I mean, at this point, I think with Vince not in the picture anymore and them acknowledging other companies, I think there's definitely a possibility of something like that. You're not the only company in the world, and this kind of thing only makes both promotions better.
Correct.
While pushing AEW down a little bit more.
There's a GCW show going on this weekend as well. I think that's actually happening tomorrow. Okay. Where there's a lot of NXT talent going up against some New Japan talent. There's more women's wrestlers going up against New Japan. I think Shayna Baszler has a match too.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, like Josh Barnett has kind of bridged GCW. They had Natty go over there. Dijak, when he was signed, went over there. It's like I want to say it's like 4 matches where WWE guys who are not on the WrestleMania card are going to be facing up against some New Japan talent. There's some AAA talent as well from Mexico. It's a big because this is indie Super Bowl weekend too. Like
Right.
indie wrestling, like every day they put on shows probably tonight, tomorrow night, Friday night. But that picture with The Rock just kind of piqued my
That's
interest
interesting.
because I would have loved to see Randy Orton versus Okada. That's always been my dream match, and that won't happen because Okada's wasting away in AEW. But there are definitely some Zack Sabre Jr. against anybody in WWE is the greatest match you'll probably ever watch because Zack Sabre Jr. is a great wrestler. But yeah, that just some news that popped up on my
Interesting.
feed and yeah, the Naito thing, I would love to see him in WWE because he's a personality, but I don't know how good his English is, and that really does matter unless you're EO Sky, which leads us into night number 2.
Good segue.
Great segue because
Great segue.
I think this is going to be the match that opens up night number 2.
I can see them doing that. I can see that.
This is going to be a banger.
I'm conflicted on this one. I want Io to win. I really want Io to win. I love her as a wrestler. I love her entrance. I think Bianca's going to end up winning this. And I think Naomi's going to play a part in it. See, Bianca, they've been teasing the heel turn. And this would be the perfect. You can't have Rhea go heel. Io heel or face doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Damage Control was bad guy one night. Next night they were all of a sudden good guys. Nobody knows why or how. It just happened.
Just happened. Yeah,
right.
It really did just happen.
It like the new like the War Raiders just showing up. It just happened. You weren't expecting it. You didn't care. You were just like, oh, cool.
They're cheering her. Oh, let's cheer her.
Yeah. Rhea's not going. You can't have 3 baby faces, really. I see Bianca going heel. I see Naomi helping her. And the smart thing to do is make that Bianca's plan all along.
Like she's been planting the seeds in Naomi's head the whole entire time, even though she didn't do it.
Yeah.
So she has plausible denial. I didn't do it.
Because Bianca's defeated at WrestleMania.
Yes.
She's won the belt 4 times at WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
She's quietly climbing up the charts of these little records. I can see her winning. I would rather Io win. Rhea doesn't need it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. I do think Bianca wins. Those records matter.
Sure.
Like the undefeated thing matters.
Yep.
But I think this is going to be just a great match.
Me too.
Like I think this is going to be Io. Say what you want. She is top 5, one of the top 5 wrestlers on the planet.
100%.
She is phenomenal. She's just a little bit smaller, and she doesn't speak English. No. In Stardom, she's the greatest thing. She's the greatest women's wrestler in Japan. And that's no knock on Asuka. Like there's no shade on Asuka at all. But Io Shirai is phenomenal. I mean, Asuka is like just a living legend.
Yeah.
But Io Sky, Io Shirai, whatever, like she's that next thing. Should she win? Yes. But I think Bianca, to me, and I say this and people I think Bianca's the best wrestler we've ever seen. She can do it all.
I think she's a little underrated lately because she hasn't really gotten to show off. Mm-hmm. I think people forget how great she was when she first popped up on the main roster. I don't think as big and as strong as Rhea is, I don't think there's anybody cut. Maybe Jade, but cut as much as Bianca is. Bianca doesn't have a 6-pack. The girl has an 8-pack.
and she can move. Like
Yeah.
that's like
Yeah.
she can do everything that your favorite wrestler can do, just a
Yep.
little bit better. Like
Yep.
that, like and not the greatest character. I'll be totally honest.
She
I've
needs a
never,
turn.
yeah, I've never been, but at the same time, like I'll never forget. And this it probably is a sentimental thing. Took my daughter to wrestling. Bianca came out. My daughter knew nothing about wrestling.
Mhm.
Bianca came out, and my daughter instantly fell in love with her. Who's
That's
that?
awesome.
Like who's that with the braid? Oh, I like her. Like
That's
and
awesome.
but I feel like that's been a lot of young black girls
Yep.
probably.
Yep.
Um, but all girls. Like she has this energy. Once again, not my favorite character, but like bell to bell, I don't think like Rhea's a great character,
Yes.
but I don't think she has the wrestling skills that Bianca
No. And
possess.
I like the fact that from when Bianca debuted to now, they backed off the using the braid as much as she did in the beginning. And in the beginning, it was a little bit of a gimmick. It was, you know,
Mhm.
now that that crack of the hair is like a spot. It's a moment, and it's not
Yes.
happening all match long. But there's that one moment where it's like the loudest thing in a stadium, and you're just like, God damn.
EO's gonna take that. EO's gonna take that on Sunday. EO's gonna take the braid. Maybe both, but
Yeah,
somebody's taking the braid at WrestleMania.
but I think we both agree that Bianca's going to win.
Yeah, I think Bianca takes that in a great match, great
Yeah, well,
opening match.
absolutely. That's going to be one of the matches of the night.
It will be, but the next match could potentially usurp that. AJ Styles versus Logan Paul. You want to hate AJ. You want to hate Logan Paul. I do hate Logan Paul, but I can't deny that dude can wrestle.
His character is set up for you to hate him, and he plays it to perfection. Because Brandon, we're going to see how a kendo stick feels on Saturday night. I'm telling you now. If you've ever watched his podcast, he is a down to earth, nice human being. There. Now he wasn't always like that,
Yeah,
but
he's young.
this is going to be a good match. AJ can wrestle. Logan has proved that he can wrestle. I don't like the fact that it's on the card because there's other matches deserving of being on the card. I think there's other people deserving, but you're going to get a hell of a good match.
I think so. AJ, I don't want to say he's underrated, but I feel like he's underappreciated. Like
I
AJ's had one of the greatest careers.
He has, absolutely. I think Logan Paul's going to win because, hold on now, Karrion Kross is getting a monster push after WrestleMania. Karrion Kross has done some of the best backstage work and has endured just crap fed to him and had the greatest quote of the year the other night after his match with AJ, where he said am I on the WrestleMania card in my hometown of Las Vegas? No, but I'm going to wake up next to a naked Scarlett Bordeaux in the morning. I'm okay. My man has his priorities in check.
He's not wrong.
Not at all.
He's not
But
wrong.
I think Karrion's going to have some kind of interference in this match that's going to lead to a program with AJ that's going to be a banger of a program.
I hope so. Karrion did not look good on Monday. Like
No,
I
he
was
doesn't wrestle.
expecting, but I mean, like his physique too. Like he doesn't look in shape.
No.
Like he don't look like NXT Karrion Kross. NXT Karrion Kross was a monster. This guy, he's a great talker.
Yeah.
He's he is grown into, almost like man, I can't think of the guy's name.
Bob Backlund.
I can't think of the guy's name, but he's grown into this Don Callis like character. Like
Bob Backlund.
he's grown. Say that again.
Bob Backlund.
Oh God, no, no, he's not he's not there yet. Oh man, the '90s Bob Backlund who came back. Oh, the chicken wing. Oh, that was
Jesse Ventura? That's a good
man.
that's a good
That
pull.
that's a good one.
That's a
That's a
good
good
one, Matt.
one. Man, Bob Back for '90s Bob Backlund was something special, man. Like he
Yeah.
he was different.
Now,
He
I
was crazy.
think I
Uh,
think yeah, that's what I think's going. I think Logan's going to win with Carrion's help because Carrion wants to see like evil AJ come back, the vicious,
correct.
and AJ needs one more run. Maybe that's it.
I could see that. I think Logan Paul wins, whether it's interference or not. Like Logan
Yeah.
Paul, they're I mean, they don't really need to put a strap on his back, but
No.
like he has a following, and this just helps his character more than like AJ loses nothing by losing to Logan Paul. Like
Right.
he really doesn't. It's not like this is Logan Paul's first match and we think he's an amateur. Um, AJ's still AJ, but Logan Paul needs this WrestleMania moment. He needs to continue being the jerk that he is.
Yep.
But it's going to be a banger match. Logan Paul will definitely, I think, is going to win this. Then I'm going to take a bathroom break because
Oh,
there is a women's tag team championship match on the card that you were talking about. People don't deserve to be on the card.
this match does not.
Bailey and now Liv deserve to be on WrestleMania. Liv deserves to be on WrestleMania. Like not in this match. Like,
No, no.
not in this thing.
You have your first ever Intercontinental Women's Champion, and you put her in a tag team match on WrestleMania. It's not, Matt. It's not about hating on Pam. I don't hate Pam on this. I don't hate Bailey.
I love Bailey.
I hate this matchup.
Yes, correct.
Granted, when Bailey was the hugger, I did not like her. I did not. Now I like her. I like her more the way her character has evolved. This match does not need to happen. The only possible outcome of this match is Bailey turning on Lyra. That's the only possible outcome that this match becomes interesting. That's it.
See, I disagree.
No?
I think Lyra is going to Lyra needs to turn heel more than Bailey needs to turn heel. Like,
I have no problem with one of them turning on the other. I'm just always assuming it's going to be Bailey because that's what Pam does. And that's fine.
Yes.
Liv and Raquel, look, I'm excited to see how Liv comes out. I'm excited to see what Liv's not wearing. It's going to be good entrance.
Yes.
Okay? I need the two of them, Bailey and Lyra, one of them to turn on the other. That's all. That makes this match interesting. Tell me how it's going. I'll be in the bathroom getting a shot.
Correct. Yeah.
Taping up the kendo stick.
I have no interest in this match. This is more thrown together than the War Raiders and the New Day. This is a terribly thrown together match. I mean, at least the women's tag team titles is on WrestleMania. I think that's what they were going for, but you could have picked a better team. Like you
absolutely.
There's so many other. I mean, actually not so many other teams, but
no.
I would have rather Maxine and Natty to have this match than Bailey and Lyra.
I'm going to send you a video either tonight or tomorrow of something that we affectionately called a Northeast Philly screw job. We have a friend of ours that he goes to local games and he dresses like Apollo Creed and he's like one of them super fans and he carries around a wrestling belt. Great guy named Tony, wonderful human. We're sitting at our friend Ray and Ange's and Matt was sitting in a chair and he was holding Tony's belt and I orchestrated a screw job where our friend Jay walks up behind a chair, pulls the chair down backwards so Matt flops back on his back. Ange runs over, jumps on top of him. Tony drops down, counts the 3 count, and Ange took the belt off Matt. The Northeast Philly screw job is wonderful. I was the architect of it, and it's great. I'm going to have to send you that. That's what I want to see happen in this match. I want to see a screw job.
I would say that's probably going to be better than this match. But Liv and Raquel definitely retain. There's no planet in which Bailey and Lyra win this match.
No,
and if they do, then I'm not going to turn off WrestleMania, but I'm going to be disappointed. The shoulders. All right, I'm gonna need to see the video footage so I can be the judge of that.
I'll find it after this and I'll send it to you.
But the next match, like, do you really want to record this? Because this could be a crime happening on camera. Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre. This is going to be a slugfest.
You know what I need out of this match?
What do you need?
I need Roddy Piper versus Goldust. I need somebody in a car trying to run somebody else over in a car. That's what I need in this match. That's what I need. I need violence. I need chaos. I need them to please step it up and throw your bodies out just throw it all out there, because this could be a great match.
It could be. Drew McIntyre is probably the most underrated wrestler in WWE.
Yep.
I'm glad he's on the card. I
So
can't say that I'm the biggest fan of this match. But then again, Damian Priest is no slouch. He's from New York, so of course. He's a great wrestler. But you're right. I do think they're going to go out there, because everyone other than Jay and Jimmy Uso decide on WrestleMania weekend that they're going to do something unique. They're going to do something special, and everybody thinks that they deserve to be in the main event. And I really do think these two think that they deserve to be in the main event. So they're going to go out there and put on a kind of Charlotte and Rhea type match where they're just going to do everything that everybody else wished that they could do in this match. Just two big men slapping man meat
that's it.
As Big E once coined. This is going to be a slugfest. I do think Drew wins, though.
I think Drew wins. Drew needs a win. Drew's been on an incredible losing streak. I think Drew needs to win this. I agree with that, but I think this is just going to be a bloody, violent, nasty, just beat yourself up match, and that's what we need. We need that.
Correct. I think Drew wins. Drew definitely needs a win. Neither man loses in this match.
No.
Because they're gonna put on a show. But the co-main event of night number 2, and this is definitely not being billed as a co-main event. Yeah. But this is my co-main event because my favorite wrestler in WWE is about to become a champion.
You know,
there's a fatal flaw.
I'm pretty sure I called how this was going to go a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm pretty sure that Paul was watching the show.
Of course.
And Paul was like, you know what? I'm not giving him credit yet, but this is what's going to happen.
So for the Intercontinental Championship, we got Braun Breaker versus Penta versus Finn Balor versus Dirty Dominic Mysterio. And this is going to be a banger. This is going to be a match that you don't want to follow, but somebody has to follow it. I don't know where this is going to be on a card, but this is going to be a tough match to follow because there's going to be some heat. There's going to be some.
I'm telling you right now, this is going to be one of the matches of the night too. Mm-hmm. It's going to be better than the main event.
I believe
it's going to be better than the main event because these wrestlers have more than 5 moves. But I do think that Dom's going to walk out with the belt. I think that there's going to be a lot of storytelling going on in here. And I think that Dom is going to be the person to pin Finn. After Finn, I think Dom's going to play possum, and Dom's going to kind of be out of the match at one point, and that's going to be it. And Dom's going to snake up in there, hit somebody who's on top, jump on, get the cover, and then the following Monday night, they kick Finn out of Judgment Day, and Finn turns and goes on a babyface run.
And then we see the Demon at Backlash.
I think they're holding the Demon back. Just like I said, they're holding the table breaking for a monumental moment. The moment that table breaks, that's going to be a what the F moment. I think that they're waiting on same thing. I think Dom walks out as the man.
I completely agree. I don't see anything else. there is a small chance. I would say there is a 15% chance that Penta walks out of here because they've kind of
Yeah.
just thrown the rocket on his back.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Um,
that's possible. I wouldn't be mad.
I wouldn't be mad at that
I
either.
still think even if Penta walks out as the champion, I still think they kick Finn out of Judgment Day on Monday night.
Oh yeah, for sure. That for sure. That's about 2 months overdue.
Yes, it
That's
is.
actually
It
about
really is.
it's probably about 6 months overdue.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're definitely gonna kick him out. This is gonna be a great match. I predicted Dom's gonna win. Um, Matt, he isn't now, but he's pretty good, man. Ray Phoenix is good,
Yeah. Ray
but
Phoenix is fun to watch.
Penta's pretty damn good himself.
Mm.
Penta, I don't know. He's a little long in the tooth now. He's a little longer in the tooth than Ray Phoenix. Ray has that youth and vigor in him.
Mm-hmm.
But speaking of youth and vigor,
Mm.
this brings us to our main event. John Cena came out and cut some of the there's a lot of people, there's a lot of discourse saying that, he said the same thing. I wasn't entertained. Maybe I'm in a minority because I thought he came out and did God's work on the mic. Like, he was phenomenal. Like, I don't see anything wrong with anything he ever said on the
Nope.
mic. I thought it was a phenomenal heel turn. They didn't do what they did with the New Day and just kind of the last week he wasn't there, but they didn't teeter it off,
Right.
suddenly.
Yeah.
Like you said, the Fatal 4-Way is probably going to be a better match than the main event. I don't think this is going to be a great match, but it's going to be great storytelling.
Yes.
Like,
I think John can still go, but not to the level that Cody can now. And Cody's going to have to do a lot of the protecting because honestly, John really does only have 5 moves. Now, this might be one of those things where John's like, you thought I only had 5 moves. Here's 2 middle fingers. Here's 3 more.
correct.
Great. Do it. John Cena's winning this match. With or without help, John Cena's winning this match. It's probably going to have a little overbooking to it, and there's probably going to be a little bit of help. I really wish that John would just win it on his own because then nobody can say anything. But John Cena winning the match and then not coming to Raw Monday night. I know he's scheduled to come, but not coming to Raw Monday night would be amazing. I told you I was winning and leaving. Or come to Monday and say, I told you I was winning and leaving, and leave. And don't come back until Backlash. Now, I get it. It's his last year. It's harder to do something like that. But there is no scenario that I see Cody winning this match. I think it ruins the whole heel turn if John doesn't win this last WrestleMania match.
I agree. I completely agree. This match kind of reminds me of Rock and Hogan. That's
Okay.
that's kind of like
Yeah.
that's the vibe I'm getting, because once again that was more of an atmospheric thing than it was a great match.
Oh, it definitely was not a good match.
No, but the crowd made you think it was the greatest thing that has ever taken place anywhere on the planet. Just great atmosphere. I think the crowd is going to be super hot for this match.
Yep.
And yeah, Cena has to win. The Rock's going to show up. The glass is going to shatter. The place is going to explode. And then Cena's going to win. Cena's probably going to hit, I don't know if he'll hit Stone Cold with an A. That would make me happy. I'll be totally honest. That'll be great.
But so does the glass shatter, Stone Cold come out, and then The Rock come out? Because they were throwing numbers around online. The Rock is 1-9 against Stone Cold.
Yeah. At WrestleMania.
At WrestleMania. So
No, no,
does
no, that can't be
not
right.
WrestleMania, but as a whole, he's 1-9 against them. I think they
Really?
wrestled 10 times, and I'm pretty
No.
sure it's as a whole. I'll double check my math.
Really? Man, I mean, the Stone Cold did beat like because The Rock was the bad guy. Stone Cold was everybody's favorite. Man,
The Rock's record against Stone Cold Steve Austin is 1-9. Stone Cold won 9 of their 10 televised single matches. So they faced each other 10 times. Yeah. So
that's
does
crazy.
does The Rock get a little bit revenge? Now, last year The Rock came down at WrestleMania and his boy lost. Does this year The Rock come down at WrestleMania and his boy wins? And he
Yeah.
gets a little bit of revenge on Stone Cold. Now, is Stone Cold going to take the money to take a move, to take a rock bottom, or
No, no, no. The Rock is not going to rock bottom Stone Cold. The Rock is going to take a stunner. Like the Rock's going to take a stunner. Cena's still going to win,
gotcha?
but the
He,
I don't think there's a planet in which Stone Cold comes out and just gets rock bottom by The Rock and that's it. No, he's gonna like The Rock is more into doing business than Stone Cold is into protecting his character.
I
Stone
mean,
Cold is not gonna come out there and just hey,
nobody takes a stunner better than The Rock.
this is all. I mean, I don't think he's gonna take it like that now,
That'd be great.
but still,
Wouldn't that be great if he just flipped himself up
oh
backwards?
my god,
The
that would
pop.
that would just man, I would lose my shit
I
if
would
he
hit Matt
did.
with a kendo stick.
Yes.
I'll take a
Man,
kendo
Matt
stick
is.
hit.
I would say Matt is man. I'm sorry, Matt. Like it sounds like you getting beat up all weekend because a lot of things he's saying that if this happens,
I know.
he's gonna hit you with a kendo stick, and a
That's
lot
just
of those things
Saturday.
are gonna happen. Like a lot of this stuff is gonna happen. I definitely do think Cena wins. Cody loses nothing by losing to Cena. Like this once again, that I don't think there are any losers coming out of WrestleMania weekend. Um, I really, I really don't. My only fear, honestly, the only fear of anybody losing this weekend is if Jade doesn't have a good showing against Naomi. That's really because I
Yeah.
mean everybody else we kind of know what we're getting there. That's the only match that's like I have a little bit of trepidation. But we did miss one thing.
We did.
KO went down, or KO has been dealing with an injury, and he came out and gave a really heartfelt promo, which somebody in the crowd was just a mark and being an idiot and said some words to him, and KO flipped him off and was about to whip this dude's ass. But Randy Orton doesn't have an opponent for WrestleMania
No, he does not.
weekend. There's a lot of rumors on the internet. There's a lot of speculation of who his opponent could be because like you can't leave Randy Orton off
No,
the WrestleMania card.
no, you cannot.
And there's an open spot Sunday night because there's only 6 matches. There's 7 matches on Saturday, 6 matches on Sunday. Um, who do you think his opponent's going to be?
Who do I think or who do I want? That's two different questions.
Give me both.
Okay. Who I want and who everybody wants, and Matt just said it in the chat. Nick Aldis should be the guy. That's the match. Nick gets his WrestleMania match that he never got to have. Randy, whether it's a squash or not, what I
Exactly.
think is going to sadly happen is it's probably going to be the Timu Tribal Chief, Solo Sikoa.
No.
That's
There's no way.
That's the one that they teased. I hope and I pray that that's not it.
Oh, that would be so disappointing.
It would be, because that Randy needs better than that.
Yes.
Solo does not need a match.
He definitely doesn't. Okay, I won't say he doesn't deserve a match against Randy Orton because, like, I'm not a Solo hater.
Yeah.
I also don't think that he adds any value to WrestleMania by having this match with Randy.
He doesn't add anything.
Nick Aldis is a good choice. I think that there's going to be a man laying down and some chair is going to lift him up. And that man's name is Aleister Black. He is
I
a
don't have a problem with that in any way, shape, or form. I have no problem with that.
that's a banger of a match if they allow those two to wrestle each other and
Yep.
it doesn't just turn to an RKO, like
No.
he comes down to get RKO. I don't think they'll do that if Alistair returns. But they would have a banger
Yep.
match. And I want Alistair to win. If he came down, like
Yeah. Randy will take the pin for something like that. 100%.
just like Seth and Cody, like you have a returning guy, a WWE guy. He's a Triple H guy too. Like Alistair
Yep.
Black is for sure a Triple H guy. I mean, I wouldn't mind Nick Aldis again because Nick Aldis, he deserves it. Like if anybody deserves a WrestleMania moment, he deserves a WrestleMania moment. So I wouldn't be mad at that either. I don't think the casual fans would like. I just think that they wouldn't be with that. Like just
No.
the casual fan, they think of him as the commit. Like they think of him as the GM. They don't think of Magnus. They don't think of like the great wrestler.
I think the casual fans will get it though because he got RKO'd. I think it would work. I just hope it happens. I really, really do. I really hope it happens.
He's a great wrestler too. Like
Totally.
it doesn't have to be a squash. Like because
No.
I think he's healthy. Like I don't honestly know why he's the GM because he's still young. He's younger than Randy Orton.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, who knows? I can't wait to see any surprise. Could be Miro or Rusev. That would
Rusev, I don't want to. That's
make me happy.
Rusev.
Unless Lana's right next to him.
Rusev, but
I would want it to be Alistair Black.
I think that would be the best choice. Yeah.
But how excited are you for this WrestleMania? I mean, like WrestleMania is so weird because a lot of times the bills aren't that great, but then they just have the greatest WrestleMania you've ever seen.
I'm not as I'm sorry. Let me rephrase this. I am 100% excited. I was more excited last year because I was going. I'm excited this year. I get to hang out with a bunch of my friends. We're going to do dumb stuff. It's going to be a fun day. It's going to be a fun 2 days. I took off Monday, like I do every year. And, you know, I'm excited. I'm excited to see what they do to Monday night after, but I'm very excited for the weekend in general. I'm excited to be poking in and out of the chat with you guys, with you and with Kenny, I think Kenny's at a movie tonight. He's usually jumps in here with us too. Matt's got the barbecue going. We got kendo sticks, a drinking game. We're going to have all kinds of alcohol. Matt might get whipped cream vodka drunk. It's going to be a great night because we're at his house.
That does sound like a great night. My question to you, are you going to watch the Hall of Fame? Apparently they're doing the Hall of Fame at like midnight.
I'll watch it. I'll watch it.
Okay.
Look, I know we're long. We could run through the inductees real fast. We can run through who's going in because they really threw some curveballs.
Really?
Right?
Okay.
So Triple H is going in. Sean's going to induct him. Great. Yes. Can't wait to see that. He'll probably be going on last.
Of course. He has to.
Right. Michelle McCool's going in. Undertaker's going to induct her. That's awesome. That's great. Lex Luger's going in, which is awesome. They wanted to have Sting induct him. They weren't able to work that out. Diamond Dallas Page is going to induct him. He's been working with him doing the DDP yoga and stuff to get Lex Luger moving. I think that's amazing. I love stories like that.
Yes, okay. That is a good one.
The Natural Disasters are going in, which is interesting. Well deserved. A little late. John Tena passed away. Fred Ottman, who's Typhoon, will be there. There's nobody. They're not saying who is inducting them.
It sounds like Jimmy Hart should induct them. Like if anybody's going to, like that's
Hogan's got to be there.
Oh God, no.
Then
Hogan might induct them.
No, because he can make it all about himself, and then he'll lie. He'll lie. They added a new thing. They added an immortal moment, and it looks like they're going to do one of these a year. And the first one that they're doing is Bret the Hitman Hart versus Stone Cold Steve Austin from WrestleMania 13, inducted by CM Punk, which is interesting. I'm just looking at that now. It was a no disqualification submission match with Ken Shamrock as the guest referee. This the one that Austin passed out in?
Yes.
Okay.
One of the greatest WrestleMania match. I don't
Yep.
think this should have been the first match. If anybody should have been the first match, Savage Steamboat
I
probably
think
should
that
have
should
been the
be at
first.
least, it should have been the first, but that should be the second. If not them, it should be Michaels Razor,
That
Michaels Undertaker. I mean, there's we could sit here for another hour talking about great
correct.
matches. And then they have this legacy category where they added 3 people into this legacy category, and I don't think they don't have inductees, so they're going to add Kamala in the legacy category, Dory Funk Sr., and Ivan Koloff.
This is the first time I'm hearing this.
Yep. This is new. This just popped up within the last week or so. Now they don't have anybody they don't have any listed names as inducted them. So I think they're just kind of put them in there. Cause I'm not sure any of these 3 guys are still with us. I'm pretty sure Kamala passed away.
Yeah, I think so.
I think Kamala passed away.
I think Ivan Koloff might still.
Kamala passed away in 2020. Kamala passed away in 2020. Dory Funk Sr. has been gone since 1973. And Ivan Koloff, I remember Ivan Koloff. Ivan Koloff passed away in 2017 at 74 years old.
Dory Funk Nikita Koloff. That was Nikita Koloff is still with us. But
Russian Bear, Ivan Koloff. So that's a legacy category that they said.
Interesting. I will definitely not stay up for that. I can't see myself. After watching The Undertaker, like last year, I think it was.
Yeah.
That was
2 years ago.
Like
Undertaker was 2 years ago. Because Paul Heyman was last year.
Okay, I didn't watch that one last year.
Yeah,
after the Undertaker one, I stopped watching.
The Paul Heyman was great. And when he came out in Philadelphia, it was just electric when he came out on night 2.
Of course. Yeah, WrestleMania weekend. They got the roast. I truly don't care about that, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna get some great memes.
It's gonna flop.
We're gonna get some memes.
It's gonna be good.
It's gonna be a lot of Hulk Hogan jokes. That's probably gonna be the whole entire roast, of just like a bunch of Hulk Hogan jokes.
Tony Hinchcliffe is a hit or miss kind of guy. If he's a hit or miss.
That's true.
He missed when he was on Raw. He was a huge swing and a miss.
Oh, when he was the guest
announcer, and he made a couple of jokes, and he made a Big E joke that flopped hard.
Yeah, like his whole thing was like hating on Big E, and
it wasn't good.
It was a gimmick. I ignored it.
Yep.
But that's this weekend. I'm not gonna be drinking this weekend. I'm gonna be in my office watching WrestleMania. I'm gonna close the door. I'm gonna go get me some Wingstop. And I'm just gonna enjoy some good wrestling, man. Like that's what I'm here for. And next week, oh man, we're gonna have a lot to talk about.
Yeah, we are.
Because the Raw after Mania probably is gonna be great. The last 2 Raw after Mania has been terrible.
Yeah, I was at the Raw after Mania here. It was less than fun.
Yeah. So, but this year, I think we're gonna get some surprises, and I think it's gonna be a good time.
Yeah.
But with that being said, we are almost at 1 hour and 30 minutes. We've talked about WrestleMania quite a bit. I hope everybody has a great WrestleMania weekend.
Me too.
Thank you so much for being here in the Island of Relevancy. To Brandon, to Matt, to everyone who came in on the Ace Raid, to the Ace Avenue, to Frank, my podcast chief. I acknowledge you. And I hope everybody has a great WrestleMania weekend. Any last words, Frank?
I echo everything you said. Have a great, fun weekend. Send us your videos if you're hitting people with kendo sticks or chairs. I'll be sure to send mine.
We're going to play some on air too. Why not? Why not?
Hell yeah.
Until next time, I don't have that thing queued.
That's all right.
But look, we're out of here.
We out.